All right, guys, let's talk about something that confuses a lot of men. Imagine this scenario. You're with a woman you care about, and suddenly something feels off. She says, "Leave me alone," so you do, and then she's upset that you actually left. Or she tells you, "Don't do that," and you stop, thinking you're being respectful, only to find her growing cold and distant afterward. It makes no sense, right? You did exactly what she asked. If you've been in that situation, you're not alone. It can feel like a no-win scenario. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. A lot of us have thrown our hands up and thought, "I just don't get women." But hang on, there is an explanation. It's usually not about logical instructions at all. It's about emotional communication and subconscious needs. Often, even she isn't fully aware of it. It's instinctive. In other words, when a woman says no in those emotionally charged moments, she might actually be asking something else entirely. It sounds crazy, but stick with me. Once you understand this, a lot of things will start to make sense. Her no might really be asking, "Will you prove you care? Will you stay strong for us?" Now let's break down why this happens. Why does this happen? Often, it's because her emotions are speaking louder than logic. For one, she might want to feel like a priority. Telling you no can be a way of saying, "Show me I'm worth it. Show me you'll put in effort." If she says, "You don't have to come over, I'm fine," a part of her may hope you'll show up anyway, to prove she truly matters to you. Or maybe she'll insist, "Don't get me anything for my birthday," when deep down she'd be touched if you did. It's not about being dishonest. It's about wanting to feel important enough that you'd go the extra mile. Another factor is the different way women communicate. Men tend to be literal. Say what you mean what you say. But a woman might use words that reflect how she feels in the moment, not a carefully weighed decision. For instance, she might say, "I'm done with this," in the heat of an argument. It could really mean, "I'm upset and overwhelmed right now." Or she mutters, "I'm fine," even though her eyes are full of tears. Clearly, she's not fine. Her no might actually mean, "Not yet," or "I'm not convinced. Do you care enough to try a bit harder?" Sometimes, it's a subconscious test of your confidence and emotional strength, what some call a frame test. She pushes you away or says no just to see how you'll react. Will you stay calm and steady, or will you panic and crumble? It might feel like a game, but usually she isn't even aware she's doing it. She just feels safer with a man who doesn't get rattled easily. If you lose your cool or start begging when she throws out a challenge, it signals you might not handle bigger challenges either. But if you stay steady and kind, it shows you're someone she can rely on no matter how rough things get. Fear is another big reason. When a woman starts to feel really close to you, it can scare her. She might fear getting hurt or losing control of her feelings, so she instinctively puts up a wall. It's like she's thinking, "If I put up a wall now, will he break through it and reassure me, or will he just give up and walk away?" Maybe she had her heart broken before, so as soon as she feels herself falling in love, her defense mechanism kicks in. Deep down, she hopes you'll be the one who stays and proves that it's safe to fully open up. And yes, sometimes she just wants to see if you have a bit of leadership in you. If she challenges your decision or says no to your plan, she might be checking whether you truly believe in yourself. She doesn't want a pushover. She wants to feel that if you've thought something through, you won't abandon it at the first sign of doubt. Not because she wants you to boss her around, but because it makes her feel safe to know you, have direction and confidence. For example, she might grumble about the restaurant you chose for dinner, or veto a weekend trip idea. If you instantly give up and say, "Okay, whatever you want," she'll feel you had no backbone. But if you respond with a smile, "Trust me, I think you'll love this place. Let's just give it a try." While still listening to her concerns, she'll likely relax and follow your lead, appreciating that you didn't crumble. In short, Her no in these situations is often not a rejection at all. It's a question. Are you there for me? Are you strong enough to handle my feelings? Do you care enough to not give up easily? I learned all this the hard way in my own life. My last relationship fell apart partly because I took every no or leave me alone at face value. My ex would say, "Fine, do what you want," in a hurt tone, and I'd think giving her space was the right move. One time, she got a big promotion at work, and we had plans to celebrate. That afternoon, she said she was exhausted and not in the mood to go out. So I immediately said, "Sure, let's cancel." I thought I was being considerate, but she later told me she was disappointed. She had secretly hoped I would encourage her to go anyway, to celebrate her achievement and lift her mood. By me dropping it so quickly, she felt like I didn't care. Another time, we had an argument, and she said, "Just go then." And guess what? I left. I believed I was respecting her wishes, but to her, each time I walked away or gave up, it proved I wasn't really there when it mattered. My quick retreats, whether canceling a special night or literally walking out the door, made her feel abandoned. Fast forward a few years to the woman I'm with now. I handled a similar situation in a completely different way. Not long ago, we got into a heated argument. In the middle of it, through tears, she said something like, "Maybe we should just break up," and turned away from me. This time, didn't throw my hands up or storm out. Instead, I took a deep breath and gently told her, "I'm not going anywhere. I know you're upset and I'm sorry you're hurting. But I'm here for you and I'm not giving up on us." Then, I pulled her into a hug. At first, she resisted, a mix of anger and hurt. But after a moment, she collapsed against me, crying. I held her until she calmed down. Later, she told me, "I didn't really want you to leave. I was just scared and upset." By staying calm and loving instead of leaving, I passed that test, and our relationship grew stronger from that moment. I can't even imagine how that night would have ended if I had walked out the door. Probably not well. That experience was a turning point for me. I realized that sometimes the best way to love her is by doing exactly the opposite of what her angry or fearful words are telling me. She didn't need me to literally leave. She needed me to stay and show I cared. It showed me that a woman's no can hide a deeper yes. A yes to feeling protected. A yes to wanting me by her side. After all this, here's the big lesson. It's not about ignoring what a woman says or trying to play mind reader with every word. It's about responding to what she feels. When her words and body language seem to conflict, pause and consider the feelings behind those words. Think of her communication like a song. The words are the lyrics, but the emotion is the music. You have to listen to the music, not just the lyrics, to understand what she's really saying. Instead of reacting with anger or throwing your hands up in frustration, focus on staying steady and present. Control your own reaction. Be calm, patient, and understanding. Often that means offering a bit of gentle reassurance instead of retreating, or quietly riding out the emotional storm instead of escalating it. Yes, it can be confusing in the moment. As guys, our instinct might be to either fight back with logic or flee from the drama. For instance, if she shouts, "Just leave me alone!" instead of throwing your hands up or saying something you'll regret, try a calm response. "I'll give you some space if you need it, but I'm not going far. I'll be right here when you're ready." That one line can diffuse a lot of tension and shows her you're not abandoning her. But take it from me, if you can take a breath and just be there for her, you'll see a huge difference. When you stand your ground kindly, You're actually answering all those unspoken questions in her heart. You're showing her she's a priority, speaking to her emotions, proving you're not easily shaken, soothing her fears, and guiding the situation to calmer waters, all in one go. That's powerful. Of course, if a woman firmly says no or sets a clear boundary, you must respect it. No exceptions. But in those murkier moments, fueled by emotion, remember that her heart might be asking you to stay, even while her words are pushing you away. Being a strong man in a relationship isn't about being controlling or aggressive. It's about being steady, compassionate, and resilient. It's knowing when to give her space and when to stand by her side no matter what. Trust me, when she feels that steady support, those confusing no means yes moments will happen far less often. She won't need to test you as much because she'll know in her bones that you truly understand her and you aren't going anywhere. At the end of the day, she wants to feel loved, understood, and secure. She wants to know that the man by her side won't crumble when things get tough. Keep that in mind when you face those confusing moments. If you can show her that stability and care, you'll both come out stronger, and she'll love and respect you all the more for it. Now, if you found this helpful, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and join our community. I share lessons like this all the time, and I'd hate for you to miss out. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever experienced a moment like this. How did you handle it? And what did you learn? I'd love to hear your stories, and I'm sure others would too. And of course, like this video if it resonated with you, and share it with a friend who might need to hear this today. Thanks for watching, gentlemen. Stay calm, stay confident, and keep listening with your heart, not just your ears. I'll see you in the next one.